Hello, my name is Gail Gensler. I'm a pro-aging fitness enthusiast. My goal is to change the narrative about aging through fitness and embracing a healthy lifestyle. I am here to inspire younger generations to not fear the years and to motivate my peers to never take their wellness for granted. I've always been athletic and I just kept on doing different things as I got older. The more I looked, the more I realized that all brands were excluding people like me. And I thought to myself, maybe I'm onto something. And that started me on my journey. I do want to tell you about a story that I think is quite relevant. I had never heard the term red flag before in my life. And I actually sought some therapy as I was getting divorced because I had absolutely no idea how to handle what I was going through at the time. I really never focused in my life on getting married, but I thought it was love at first sight at that time. And I will say that much to my parents' dismay, I did get engaged very quickly and married shortly thereafter. I saw these red flags myself. We had discussions about his prior relationships and why those had failed. But of course, again, you always think you're different than all the prior women, and you're always looking to see your potential spouse in the best light possible. People did point things out to me, and I just forged forward. I got the first inkling that something was not quite correct somewhat early on into the relationship. We were living in an apartment that I had just bought right before I met him. And he had had a dream to always have a sports car. And I'm quite prudent and logical when it comes to finances. And I said, I just don't think this is the right time. I came to find out that behind my back, he went and he purchased this said luxury vehicle anyway and hid it from me. That was the first notch that he fell down in some of my admiration for him. As we then went on, I was realizing that there were things going on at his job, but he was always okay, and everybody else was always not okay. And as I would hear stories about what was going on with work, I started to see patterns. And the pattern was, I'm okay, you're not okay. And he subsequently got fired from that job. As we then went on, I was realizing that there were things going on. I did not know that he was shooting up steroids and doing things that would alter his personality. And I had just had my daughter. And I'm home, and I remember I was in the rocking chair I had bought, and I get a phone call, don't know the number. And gentleman says, "Is this Gail?" And I said, "Yes, it is. May I ask who I'm speaking with?" I'm thinking it's a business call. And he says, "I need to tell you a story about your husband. One of the caveats for my ex-wife to continue to get her alimony besides the child support was that she could not have a man in her home. And to ensure that these things didn't happen, he hired a private investigator to watch 24/7. He called me to say that my husband was spending time at his former wife's house. And that phone call was the absolute end. As they say, it was the straw that broke the camel's back. When this final thing happened, as soon as my then husband walked into my apartment, I said, "You can pack up every last thing that you have." This is 2 weeks after I've had my daughter, 2 weeks. And I said, "You can now pack up every last thing. You can get out of my apartment, and I will have an attorney get in touch with you." And this just blew me away. I could not believe that this was the same person that I had trusted with my heart, my soul, my future finances. It was mind blowing that this was actually the same person. When I look back on it, if I had the wisdom that I have today, I would say to anybody, whether you're young or old, the most important relationship that you're ever going to have is with yourself. I believe that you will have the self awareness to see the red flags.